Jack Campbell thought he had everything.
Merry Christmas.
I'm giving everything I've got to this deal.
You're a credit to capitalism, Jack.
The first part of the movie, where you see him singing and seemingly on top of the world and controlling so much money, that's part of what the ego perpetuates, that you can have an autonomous, happy, successful, independent life. And that part of the way life is in the world seems so familiar, because there's all this reinforcement of, oh, you've done very well. When you succeed at the world's games and you meet the world on the world's terms and you succeed, all these witnesses of those that fall through the cracks, this alternative is offered by the ego, like, you've done quite well, you've succeeded. It's the worldly definition of success. So this is a great movie for pulling out the contrast of it.
Then one day, his past caught up to him.
Kate Reynolds. She was my girlfriend in college. I almost married her.
But instead you left her.
I took the road less traveled.
And fate.
What? Him? Me.
Gave him a glimpse.
What do you need, Jack? I got everything I need.
At what his life could have been.
You want me?
That is the general idea.
God, you're beautiful.
How can you look at me like you haven't seen me every day for the last 13 years?
So this is a great movie for pulling out the contrast of it. It's just like the classic movie we talked about, It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. There's a pretty strong glimpse in the sense that it's easy to just start to take for granted the ego's perception of the world and the ego's pursuits. And you might have some glimmers of some temporary happiness, but basically it's a hellish life. There's no consistent joy. But without that contrast, without the glimpse, you don't really know that there is much, much, much more, because you don't even know that you've settled in a major, major way without some kind of a spiritual contrast. And that's why a lot of times when people have a huge spiritual awakening or a spiritual glimpse, it's very disorienting for their lives. Coming back, it's like going through the motions. It's almost intolerable to go through the motions of a very limited life after you get such a big taste. Without the contrast, people are left to banter about, but there's no vibrancy, there's no joy, there's no happiness in these kind of intellectual banterings. Or, seemingly these successes, they both had successful lives in those scenarios, but then it was just totally transcended by the glimpse. And then in the end, that's what's so cute about this movie, is he's got to bridge the gulf and say whatever it takes or do whatever it takes, and even be willing to appear foolish and go right through that keyhole. The risk, the seeming pseudo-risk of appearing utterly foolish to go for something that's so, so important that he knows in his heart that he's got to somehow go through there and make the connection. So, it's an amazing, amazing movie at what's truly there, what's truly possible.
One love, one blood, one life, you got to do what you should. One life with each other, sisters, brothers. One life, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other. Oh.